Hi everyone. Excuse me. This is what happened to me when I got government housing part 98. I just wanted to start out by saying that I didn't put up a video yesterday because I was too sick. And today I'm sick, but I think I might be getting better tomorrow, so that's what I'm aiming for. I also wanted to say that we are up to page 408 out of 488 pages that I'm doing for this series, which means that it's nearly finished. So that's good. And I need to get on to some other things because, believe it or not, there's some more stuff that I need to get out there into the web, the big web. So on the 29th of the 3rd, 2018, I applied for an advance payment from Centrelink. That's where Australians get their welfare money from. Because I was sick of not being able to afford food. And I was sick of going to food banks and trying to get food from there because some of the stuff that they give people is past its use by anyway. And it's not really a long-term option. And I needed long-term help, or I needed significant help that would alleviate the financial suffering that I was going through, like getting compensation from the court. But as you know, I didn't get that, and I didn't end up getting that after my final court hearing. The other thing was that I still hadn't heard back from the housing office about getting the back fence repaired. So it was still being propped up by a piece of wood. And what was worse than that was that the fence at the front of the property that had been knocked down was actually open. So anyone could get into that property and then, obviously walk to the back of that property where they'd get to my fence, which was down, and they could then easily get into my property. It was so scary and so stressful and so dangerous, but at that stage I already had 2 pending court hearings to deal with. And I didn't know why the repair people hadn't just fixed it properly in the first place. And where could I go and what could I do? Nothing. And I obviously didn't have the money to fix it myself and couldn't get away. I couldn't just lock up my place. And I actually don't have any family living in Melbourne. And as I keep saying, it's not like I could lock up and go back to the Gold Coast. I just couldn't afford it. Even if I was willing to go into debt to go to the Gold Coast, I couldn't do it anyway because I was in debt myself. I wouldn't have qualified for that sort of loan. I also received an email from the compensation court saying that someone new was looking after my case and that they were waiting for a list of times to have my case heard. And I have no idea why they would tell me that. I had been waiting so long for my compensation hearing that it pushed me into debt and poverty, and I never knew why it took so long to get my court hearing.